Hello, I'm Emma Nash and I'm the Mission and Community Engagement Officer in the Evangelism and Growth Team. I'm delighted to introduce you to this 8-step mission planning process. The 8-step process has been devised to take you step by step through the task of discerning and writing a really useful mission plan. The 8 steps cover all the really essential elements needed to make a plan that will work for you and which you will really be able to put into practice. Here is a summary of the 8 steps. 1. Decide on a process. 2. Do a community audit. 3. Conduct a church review. 4. Dream together. 5. Choose priorities. 6. Identify actions. 7. Consider the fruit. And 8. Set a date for a review. Let's consider them now in a little more detail. Decide on a process. Plan a series of meetings with your leaders, both ordained and lay people, your congregation, and also include people in your wider community. Spread these meetings out over the coming weeks so that people have time to pray, reflect, and consider. As a rough guide, a thorough mission planning process should take you about 3 to 6 months. 2. Do a community audit. Find out as much as you can about the people who live near your church. What are their joys and struggles? You need to know this because God has put you in the community to be good news. 3. Conduct a church review. What does your church have to offer? Consider gifts and skills, staffing, time, capacity, money and property, and the passions that God has given you. What is God saying to you through the resources that you've been given? In the wake of coronavirus, churches will almost certainly have less money and fewer people who are able to volunteer. And so we need to make plans based on where we are now, not where we were a year ago or where we would like to be. Step 4, dream together. Spend some time listening to each other's hopes and dreams. What do you want your church and community to be like in the future? What is God saying to you through each other's dreams? Don't just look at what is now or what has gone before. Imagine what could be. Step 5, choose priorities. Decide which dreams are for now and set the others aside for later. 2 or 3 priorities per year is plenty. Give yourselves permission to stop doing some good things so that you can do better things. This is absolutely crucial now. We can't do as much, so we need to be really focused. Step 6, identify actions. Decide what you will need to do, who will do it, and when. Putting names and dates against actions makes it much more likely things will get done, and it spreads the work out fairly. A mission plan needs to start with big picture vision and dreaming, and then get specific. 7, consider the fruit. What difference do you want to make because of the actions that you identified at step 6? What might fruitfulness look like? Doing this step well will help you to know when an activity is working well and needs to continue, and when it might be time to stop an activity that isn't bearing fruit. And finally, step 8, review regularly. Your mission plan is now complete, but decide when you'll come back to it. Referring to a mission plan again and again is what makes it more than a piece of paper. The Mission Planning Workbook is a free download from methodist.org.uk/mission-planning. It's a fillable PDF. That means that you can type in and save your own findings and reflections during your mission planning process. So I wonder, out of these 8 steps, which ones do you already do very well? With which steps might you need extra support from your circuit?